So I think it
But
is pretty much worthwhile, right? Because you
Mm.
ask anyone, like people like Nathan Oakley, let's say, for instance, they measure the Earth flat by measuring an angle to a light in the sky.
Right.
Now, if you've never
that's where
measured
the
an
pot-
angle to the light in the sky, how can you verify that claim?
Yeah, and especially if you just copy paste the equatorial circumference, you got pi equals 2, which is all close
Which is
to that.
great.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a measure of curvature, isn't it? If you wanted,
It's
if
hard
you
to
wanted
tell.
to
Like it's
measure curvature, then you would definitely have to curve the radius in order to get pi with a value of 2. So that radius that's a straight line has to curve. There's no other way of you doing it. I mean, it's still classed as a straight line because it's a radius, but the curvature is shown within the value of pi being 2.
Yeah, because unless you put a compass in the middle of the sphere and inscribe the equator, you're often putting your compass needle at the top of the North Pole and inscribing the circle that way.
Yeah,
And
you're having to put the compass on the
yeah, you'd
surface,
have
aren't
the
you?
arc length, which is about the 10,000 kilometers, but then you'd have that arc length from the North Pole to the equator. Yeah, very, very funny. Yeah. No, it's an interesting subject because some people take the world for granted. You know, it's just advertised at a certain thing. You go, oh yeah, that's good enough. I book a flight to Japan, go to Japan, have a holiday, go back. Everyone else did the thinking for me, and I just have a good time. Well, it's about 5 a.m. for me, Bev. I've got to start getting ready for
Stay
work.
up
I
late,
hope you have a good day.
Yeah, and you?
Or good evening. Being roughly in England, you're about 10 hours before me, so it's all good, mate.
Yeah, it's only 8 o'clock at night. Yeah. So it's about to start. I might go over and have a word with him about truth.
I look forward to the highlight clips and get into him. And if Earth
We're
is
going to 69 the real globe, guys. Anytime you want to come in and join in, then
I was going to say, if he knows the Earth is measured flat, what's the flat distance from, say, Cape Town to Tokyo or Cape Town to New York City?
the flat Earth measured flat equator has a value with pi of 2. Did you not know? Has to.
I think I'm learning a bit more about this.
If the Earth's measured flat, pi has to be 2 in order for you to save
I'm just
lives
trying
at
to
sea.
figure out how light from Polaris goes down towards the equator and becomes horizontal. It must be some sort of curved path to the line of sight on a flat Earth.
Hey, the flat Earth have got pi with a value of 2.
Well,
on their flat circle. I mean, they have to. They have to have a measured flat circle where the circumference gives pi a value of 2. Has to.
Could you defend pi equals 2?
What?
Could you defend pi equals 2?
It has to.
Oh, yeah.
It has to. It has to. But can it do it while you're measuring it flat? I'm not too sure. I think that's the problem. The ability for you to measure it flat and have a value of pi being 2. This is only really a judgment upon the measured flat claim, isn't it? Really. The argument, anyway. Nothing for anyone on the real globe to get upset about.
Bev has a problem understanding circles drawn on the surface of a sphere, where the center point also has to be on that surface.
Yeah. There's no problem with that, though, is there, Blue? The problem comes when you're measuring it flat. That's where the problem is.
Well, in planar geometry, pi is 3.1415928, whatever. Yeah,
I know.
we know that.
But imagine
But
if
when
you
you have to,
measuring
but when the center
flat,
point
then
of the
have to
circle,
have
but
pi
when the
equal
center point
2.
of the circle also has to be on on that same spherical surface.
Not spherical. It's
If you
measured
go
flat.
to,
It's the
if
claim,
you,
Blue.
no, we're not talking about a flat surface. We're talking about a
Yeah, we
spherical
are. We're
surface.
talking
Bev.
about a measured
No,
flat
well, I don't care
claim.
what you're talking about. I'm talking about a spherical surface. And pi would
Well,
would have a
pi
value
equals
of
2 then.
2 if you draw a great circle with its center point also on that spherical surface.
Yeah, if you're just measuring it, you don't have a problem. Like I say, the problem comes when you claim you're measuring it flat, because then you have a circle
Well, I don't
that
claim that.
has the value of pi being 2.
Well, then you're wrong, Greg. I don't claim
No,
that.
it's not. Yes, it's an argument against the measured flat claim, Blue. There's no need for you to get upset about it or anything.
I'm not upset. What are
You
you
don't
upset
claim
about?
you don't claim it's measured flat, do you?
Of course it's not.
I know. The problem arises when they claim it's measured flat, right? I've got to go. I've got to talk to a man about truth.
All right. So who is the flat earther here? Mustard. Mustard. Why did you become a flat earther?
Because the globe is stupid.
Because hold on. Are you saying the globe has a brain?
The globers certainly don't.
No, we're talking about the globe.
Hmm?
Talking about the globe. What is this glober thing? You know.
Glober is the person who mistakenly believes that we live on a spinning ball.
But no, nobody doesn't. Nobody believes the Earth is a globe.
Oh, nobody believes that.
No, there's no believing. Believing is in religion. You know, I believe in Christ. I'm a Christian. I believe in God, and I believe that Jesus Christ went to prepare a place for me. Right? I believe that. That's faith. I really do not have any evidence. Right? I am taking it on faith because that's what God told me to do. Now, the earth is different. The earth is evidence upon evidence upon evidence that says this cannot be flat in perpetuity.
Which kind of evidence?
Which kind of, yo, big man, just pick one. Look, the sun doesn't go from 100% to 0. It doesn't. It just cuts off at the bottom until you don't see it anymore. And it cuts off at the next one. The horizon. Horizons cannot be on flat. Horizon is the opposite of flat. Why is there a horizon at 3 miles for an average observer, or 3 to 4 miles depending on where you are? Why? What? The earth is flat. Why do I need a line there? Right? So
Can you see forever?
no, you cannot. You cannot. In some instances, yes.
There you go.
In some instances, yes. You have to have the right conditions, like for example, like the refractive index, these sort of things. But dude, if you're a 6 foot observer, you are not seeing more than 3 to 4 miles. You're not. There's nothing else for you to see beyond that. Now, if what you're looking at is extremely tall, that's different. So for example, if you're looking at the Eiffel Tower, that thing is what 1,000 foot in the air. You're gonna be able to see that thing for 12 miles. So sorry, you'll be able to see that thing for 20 miles. The top of it, but the bottom of it, no, right? Because the bottom of it is cut off at 3 to 4 miles all the time. But the top of it, you see poking out of the horizon. That's how ball work, and you can demonstrate it if you get a 6-inch ruler, right, and slide it along the surface of the ball away from you, and you'll see it start disappearing from the bottom up, right? That's just how it goes. On a flat plane, that's impossible. There's nothing in the way. There's nothing. Yeah, the atmosphere, but that's not horizon. Atmosphere is just blurry. You're just gonna make it blurry. That's not a line, right? So that's evidence number 2. Evidence number 3 is um the pressure gradients in the sky. If we were on a flat plane in a container, and the earth is at least, if you're a Christian, it's at least 6, 7, 8,000 years old. And you're trying to tell me sulfur dioxide didn't eventually make it all the way up to the top? The ideal gas law says gases expand forever, right? Because of their kinetic energy. But sulfur dioxide doesn't. It's stuck within the troposphere. It's so heavy. So as you go out of the troposphere, it gets thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner, right? Dude, that means something is keeping it on the surface. Something is pulling gas down,
That's
right?
just density and buoyancy, though.
But it can be buoyancy, brother. Buoyancy doesn't do anything on its own. Buoyancy it needs something to be pulling it tight so that it then recoils on a buoyant force. So something is pulling it tight, and that's gravity. You understand?
Cool. So, if we live on a globe, why is the horizon straight and not curving?
The horizon straight. What are you talking about? When you mean the horizontal, the X? When you look in the X,
Yeah,
dude.
we don't see curvature there.
Yeah, you're not supposed to see curvature there. That's not. You can't. You're not supposed to. That is curvature there depends on your altitude.
Also supposed to.
Yeah. That's how balls work. No pun intended.
But we,
Right?
we don't live on a ball, though.
No. I'm what? Oh, wait, how did you make that leap? Dude, stay focused here. Balls work if you are in a certain altitude and a certain proportion to the ball, that line is going to look horizontal to you because it has a radius value because you're in a ball. So when you go up, the radius value says you will start to see curvature slightly. You have to look really good. You have to have a clear horizon. You'll start to see it around about 40,000 feet, right? around 37,000 feet. That's according to our radius value. So that X is going to start to bend when you hit 37, 40, 50,000 feet. Anything under that, that's as straight as an arrow. That's how balls work. You can demonstrate this yourself. Get a beach ball. Bring your eyes close to the surface, and then start to go up. Move your head upwards, or move the ball down. You'll see it's starting to curve more as you increase in altitude or height above the beach ball. That's how it works. That's how balls work on a flat plane.
That's how the ball doesn't work.
That's how
Like
balls work.
if we leave it on a ball, we should see curvature like in front of us, but also left to right. And now you're saying left to right, there shouldn't be curvature.
Okay. Yeah, you're close to the surface and you are small. The radius value tells you that you have to be at 40,000 feet. So if you're under that, that line is going to look straight. And again, you can demonstrate it with the beach ball. Face to the ball, the line looks nice and straight. As you lift your head up, it starts to bend because more information is coming into your eyes. You understand me? The curvature is not coming into your eyes when you're so close to the surface of the earth. You have to angularly reduce the earth, meaning go away from it. Get it.
That's interesting. So you're telling me that when we normal people here on Earth observe the Earth, we cannot see curvature. We need some like plane ticket, rocket, something that you and we don't have in order to magically see the curvature.
What kind of language are you using? Why did you use the word magic? Rockets are real. I mean, aircrafts are real.
Are you in a rocket?
We just covered that. If you are
no, we didn't. Are you in a rocket?
I'm not in one right now.
Yes.
Are you? Okay.
There you go. Are you typically, when you see the horizon, are you in a rocket?
There I go. What? We just covered that. If you
no,
are
we didn't, because we cannot have covered it. It's a question that I'm asking right now.
Why did you ask?
How can we have covered a question before I even asked the question?
But you changed the subject. Why did you ask me about being in a rocket? That's a change of subject.
Hold on, but you cannot have it both ways. Now you're saying that we already covered it, but now you're also saying we're changing the subject. If it's a different subject, how are you then saying that we covered it? You cannot have it both ways.
To a rocket.
If it's a change of subject, how are you then saying we covered it?
We covered it by telling you that you are on the ground. So why are you bringing up?
That's my point.
No.
That's my point. We're on the ground.
But we know we're not in rockets. We're talking about being on the ground.
Exactly, so and on the ground where we make our observations, there is no curvature left to right.
Lies. You can make observations from high altitudes. Mount Everest exists. There are people who have gone up Mount Everest and will make observations from there. Come on now, what's going on with you? There are people who go up in reconnaissance aircraft, AWACS, military grade aircraft, and they make observations. People go up in helium balloons, in hot air balloons. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about everyday observation. Today, tomorrow, yesterday. Were you on a rocket? No. So every day when you see the horizon, there's no curvature, and you have never been on a rocket, and you're saying that we need to be on a rocket to see it. So you have actually never seen it, and then you just believe that it is there. Makes no sense, man. I mean, every day when I go outside, the horizon is straight and level. It doesn't curve.
Again, brother, I'm not sure why you mention being in a rocket and you know we're not in a rocket. So what we're trying to say
That's
to
my
you is
point.
that if you're interested in seeing the curvature now, you get in the rocket. So if
Yeah,
so
but,
you see
yeah.
so if you want to change the subject to that, now you understand what I am saying. We have to get in it. We know we're not in it right now. We're talking about
That's
what
my
we
point.
see
That's my
from
point. Yes.
ground, right? We know we're not in one right now. We know that. So
Yes.
how do we see the curvature? Then we'll have to get in one, right?
So you're saying that how many? Let me ask you this question: how many times have you been in a rocket?
No. Why are you asking me that now? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Am I? Hold on. Okay. So I personally have to get in a rocket.
You literally said yourself that I need to get into a rocket.
Yeah,
Now you're
no,
saying that you don't want to get in one.
I don't have to get in one.
Then neither do I.
Yes, you do. You're the one that wants to
No,
see
I
it.
don't. Why the hell are you saying that you're not gonna get in the rocket ever to prove
Why
your
would I get
global
in? Why
belief?
would
But
I get
then
in the
I
rocket?
have to get into a rocket to prove your global
Why
belief.
would
That
no.
makes no
You
sense.
are the one that I am telling you the science that has been repeated by many people, right?
Many people,
They have
including you.
documented it, right? You can go and speak to them yourself. Take a trip to JPL. It's open. They have retired astronauts. Sometimes they're doing mission launches, right? So you see new astronauts might be doing a press conference and you might catch them, right? I was lucky enough to catch one in early 2000 when real active astronauts were making a press conference, Kennedy Space Center, right? And we asked questions. So you can go. So check this out. I'm going to open your mind now. You say you're having a conversation with one of them, and you say, "Hey, have you been in a rocket?" Their answer is going to be yes. You get it? You get it? So if I was an astronaut, my answer would be yes. Yes, you see
Are
that?
you an astronaut?
Right. So and there's nothing you could do. You couldn't. You would be stuck. Just your next
Are you an
question,
astronaut?
right? So that's what I'm saying to you is that you know is who you're talking to, right? You're talking to somebody like me that understands the science, right? Who has spoken to astronauts. Myself, I spoke to the guy that flew the command module of the Apollo 11. I spoke to him
Ah,
myself. That guy, he used to present at the Kennedy Space Center many years ago. He died now. Now they have a little hologram looking thing on a screen of him talking. He
yeah, that's
and
cool.
he told us his mission, and he told us what he was responsible for. And I remember asking him if he's the one that took the Earthrise photo, and he said no, it wasn't him. It was the guy before Apollo 8, right? So stuff like that. I say okay. Um, I asked him how many times did you orbit the moon before you picked them up, and he said they made close to 75 orbits before the what you call it, the lunar lander returned, right? So yeah, I mean, all of these things were going on, right?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, so I'm asking somebody who has been there, done it. I cannot take away his experience from him just because I feel the Earth is flat. He's telling me what he's experienced, and also they have a replica of the LRO at the Kennedy Space Center. They have the Saturn V rocket
Okay, so
booster
you
there. They have the booster there, the actual booster
yeah.
that launched them into space. They have it there at the museum.
Is that
And
English?
you can touch it. You can climb in there. You can do all kinds of. It's awesome. Awesome. Takes up
So
like
you
2
so you
floors.
spoke so you spoke to someone and they made a claim and you believed.
Okay, so you're talking to me now. Check this out. You're talking to someone. So
Yeah.
yes, right. You see that? You see that?
So
You're talking to someone.
yes,
No.
I am talking to you.
Good.
Uh,
Awesome.
so
Now,
so
no.
go to my question.
No. Now you
No.
you just killed your argument. You just killed your argument.
I killed my argument.
Yes.
How did I kill my argument?
Yes, because if I was an astronaut and I said, yes, I've been in a rocket and I've seen it.
Yeah, you gotta just mute Robert. He's a dumb little faggot.
So you would have you I don't listen to belligerent flat earthers. They're disrespectful people. So
He's a dumb little bitch boy.
I would
Can't
say
stop yelling.
I would-
He'll yell over
I would
you
say
for
this.
hours.
I would say this, that I would say that yes. Now, supposing I was an astronaut and I said yes earlier, what would
Dumb little bitch boy Robert.
what would be your next question, Mustard?
Stuck in bitch boy mode.
So hold on. I'm currently talking to you, and I
Right.
asked you a question, but you
Right.
didn't respond. Instead of responding to my question, you went to
Right.
hold on. But let's go to this hypothetical. I'm never gonna answer your question directly. Let's go to this hypothetical that you're
Right.
not actually speaking to me. You're now speaking to someone else. So are you saying that you're afraid of actually answering my question? Is that it?
No. I'm going to answer your question now. I'm going
Yeah.
to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Check this out, Mustard. I have been on a rocket.
You have?
I've been in Okay, go ahead.
You have been in a rocket?
Yes.
How many times?
At least 5.
At least 5. In
Yes.
real life?
In real life, yes.
How many times have you seen the horizon while not being in a rocket?
Every single time I've been in the rocket, I've seen the horizon.
How many times have you seen the horizon without being in a rocket?
All right, you see what you did? You made my point.
I didn't
Thank
make
you.
any point.
No. No. You see what you have done? You see what you have done?
But
You see-
you're not
you see
seeing
what
what
you
I'm
have done?
doing.
You see what you have done now. Now you're
I'm
changing
just
your
asking the same.
No.
I'm just asking the same question,
I am
and you
just
won't respond to.
brother. What I'm saying to you, brother, is that you are changing your narrative now because now
I'm
you have
changing my narrative.
because somebody remember you made the gold standard. You asked about the rocket.
Yes.
So the gold standard is the rocket. Now you want to walk away from the rocket now.
Oh, I want to walk away. That's it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you think that you got me? You think you got me?
Yes.
But you didn't. The
You are
only
the one
reason why you think. Hold on. Let us get. Hold on.
Mustard,
Let us
let's
get
go
this
back.
straight here.
Mustard,
Hold
let's
on.
get this. No, let's get this straight.
Yeah.
Mustard, I said to you, I broke it down. I said, in order for
Yeah.
you to see the curvature of the Earth, you need to
Sure.
reduce it angularly, right?
Yeah.
And the way you reduce it angularly, you need altitude, right? So you would
Yeah.
go up like in a rocket or a craft of some sort. And then you said, Ask me the question. You asked me, have you been in a rocket? See,
Yes,
what,
yeah,
what, so
yeah,
what
I
you've
asked
done,
that.
what you've done, no. What you've done is set the gold standard. You didn't say, what you should have said was, have you seen the curvature without the rocket? That's what you should have asked me first.
You're just hilarious. You're not even
That's
you're
what
not
you
even
should have
listening to the question I'm asking.
You would have asked
You're
me first. You
hold
went
on, hold on.
backwards.
You need to
You
hold
want
your
to
mouth for a
read?
little
No,
while.
no,
You're
no,
just
no.
running your
I
mouth, little
apologize.
man.
No,
Let
no,
me
you're
speak.
sorry.
Let me
You're
speak as
done.
well, man.
You're done. I'm not going to let you change the gold standard. You set the gold standard, big man.
Hold on, but
Gold standard
hold
is
on,
the rocket.
hold on,
Gold standard
mister.
is the rocket.
I didn't
You're the
even
one that
set
set
that
gold
gold
standard.
standard.
I'm not.
I
You're the
didn't
one
set
that
that
said it.
gold standard.
You
You
asked
set
me
the
about
gold
it.
standard.
You should have
Because
never
you
asked me.
didn't listen to me. You didn't
You should
listen
have
to the question
never
that I was about to
asked
ask.
me about the
Hold on,
rocket.
Peter.
You
Hold on,
set the
Peter.
standard.
You're now being insolent because am I going to? I let
I'm
you
going to
go
this argument.
long.
You set the
Hold on. I
standard.
let you go for
I
a
have
long
finished.
time. I let you go for a long time. Are you
Have a nice day.
actually
Have
gonna
a nice
shut
day.
up? Or are you
Have a
are
nice
you
day.
gonna let me
Brother, I'm
speak?
hanging up.
Are you
I'm
gonna
hanging
let
up
me
now.
speak,
I am
mister?
hanging up. I'm hanging up.
Are you gonna let
You
me
set the
speak?
standard. You lost.
You're finally muting me because you won't listen to what I have to say. Oh my God. I didn't know globe earthers can be like that. Where did he run off to? What a strange person, man. I'm not even a flat earther, but he just presumed that I am one. And then he made up my argument for me. And instead of actually letting me speak my argument, he decided that he's now finished and he won me because he didn't even listen to what I had to say. What a moron. Exactly like a flat earther, and he doesn't realize it.
Clicked in just when the shouting was happening. What do you mean? What was the deal?
I was just playing a flat earther, and I was asking him how many times has he been in a rocket. And my point would have been, because you have been in a rocket 0 times and you have seen the horizon countless number of times, 100% of the times that you have seen the horizon has been flat. But instead of actually letting me make that argument, he made some bullshit about what argument he wanted me to make, and then he pretended that he won me in the argument. He started shouting over me, and then he ran. Of course, I would have made a stupid argument because flat Earth is stupid, and I was defending flat Earth. But he didn't. I'm not sure what kind of glober he is. He doesn't have the guts to actually listen to what people are saying.
So he didn't spot the comedy, huh?
Yes, he didn't spot the comedy, and then he did the exact thing that flat earthers do. They pretend that they get a victory and then they run away. He played pigeon chess. And he didn't even realize that I'm not a flat earther.
Well, that happens. But I don't know. You can get triggered, but that's pretty high trigger.